Okay, cool. Yeah, we're live. Great. All right, guys. Yeah, it's a little bit less janky than last time, I guess.
Yes, we are.
So a little bit less or more professional. Okay, cool. So today we're going to be watching the second episode
of ISIS propaganda.
Of this ISIS propaganda of the state. To make it clear, both of us probably misspoke in saying that this was the BBC, even though I think we were clear it was Channel 4. I think both of us misspoke by saying it was BBC 4. This is Channel 4, which means that it is not paid for by the British government itself. However, to watch it, you do have to buy a TV license. Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily state-run propaganda, but what we are concerned about is that this is going to start airing on National Geographic very soon in the United States. So we wanted to cover this, what appears to be nightmarish propaganda. Now, we're watching this all raw for the first time, so...
Yes, I've not seen this one.
Yeah, neither have I, obviously.
So, because... on the news stream, if you've watched my news stream, I've covered the article from Newsweek where the director claimed that this was not to make ISIS look good. And so I'm going to go into the remaining episodes with an extra open mind to see if there is any way that I could possibly buy that argument, because I do not. And then, of course, I have the petition that I believe that this would be unprecedented to allow ISIS propaganda or material. It's not directly from ISIS, but material that is sympathetic to ISIS that could recruit terrorists. I would argue that it is unprecedented that that has been allowed to be shown in America. And so I have a petition. We'll put it, when the video goes up, we'll put it in the description to try to stop National Geographic. Now, I argue it's not a free speech issue because free speech is for American citizens, and it does not apply to ISIS because they are a group that we are currently at war with. So I would say that it's more an issue of treason. If you are supporting terrorists, it's treasonous.
Right.
So that's the level that I'm operating from. And I guess by the end of the fourth episode, we'll see whether or not it's true what the director said, that this is somehow an anti-ISIS series.
Oh, and by the way, guys, this is definitely not getting monetized when it actually goes up. So super chats are very much appreciated because they are not letting us do this shit. I mean, with good reason. Even though we're reacting to it live, it's still like a...
this is very naughty.
It's naughty. We're not supposed to do this. One last thing about my interpretation of that, before we get into it, is that I'm not positive on the terrorism thing. I do think it would be really fucking weird if in 1940 in the UK you were playing Aryan Triumph of the Will. I would find that to be very bizarre and probably treasonous. But I'm not sure about the treason. What I am more concerned with is that, and with the petition, more what I want to do is, if you get enough people pissed off about it, I believe absolutely in the free market. So if there are enough people who are like, fuck off, Nat Geo, then maybe they'll fuck off on it. There are 4 episodes, by the way. This is the second one. So let's get into this mess. As far as I can tell, thank you, Samantha Divis. Love you too. Thank you so much for Super Chat. We'll get into it now. Oh, let me know if the audio comes through. It's looking fine on OBS, but this is a new setup.
Better flipping burgers, yeah? What? Better flipping burgers, yeah? What do you know, bro? You tell me.
Oh, for fuck. Already. Jesus. Right out the fucking gate. Let's take our little selfie. We're going to jihad. Crazy Ace King. Why can't Nat Geo just do some more wildlife documentaries instead of whatever this is supposed to be? Who the
Good question.
fuck
I wish
knows?
they would. I truly wish that they would. I would much rather have...
Who flung poos in here too? Thank you.
Drop in a deuce.
Thank you. Yeah, Jesus Christ, right out the gate. And if you guys saw the first part, yeah, it's all very much like they're going on vacations. So now we gotta, take our selfie, because it's super cool.
And then the first episode, they didn't show any of the like sex slaves or any of the things. It was almost
all
like
the
a,
women are able to be
jihadi
cool.
resort.
Yeah, they all hang out together. We can be ourselves. We can be women.
Yeah.
Oh, also, sorry, the video is reversed to try and prevent YouTube from fucking with me as much.
Yeah.
I will read any subtitles because they do use them a lot. If I'll just read them out. That'll make it easier.
Sure.
These are just the names of actors, I'm sure.
Abu Abbas from the Netherlands. Hey, I'm Abu Abbas from the Netherlands.
Try hard.
Abu Abbas. Hi.
Yeah, again, sorry. It's flipped to try and prevent automatic copyright claims to get us taken off my for doing this. It does work. That in the background, it does. It's not gonna get monetized, but you know, to prevent us from getting shut down, to shut it down, you know. It's too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
شغلكم
Now that's interesting.
تحرسوا هالجان.
He put a white flag, surrender flag up, and the enemy shot it. So that's sending the message
absolutely.
that the enemy, which I believe in this case, I would
The
imagine
kuffar.
is the Kurds.
Maybe the Kurds
or
in this.
American Special Forces. Would that be correct?
I think so.
So we have already sent the message that the Kurds and the Americans, what are supposed to be good guys, are shooting surrender flags.
Because they're clearly surrendering here. Also, they
Well, yeah, right. They're not trying to.
That wasn't a trick or anything.
Right.
It's not like.
Our job is to guard the window.
It is all loud.
بستان الزيتون ما بيها أحد مهجورة. إذا شفتم أي حركة معناها العدو. ارمي.
We see anything out there, we shoot.
من هنا. حتى تنصي نفسك.
Asif, you're saying to put your gun in the notch so you don't get your head blown off?
I mean, they were surrendering. This is a surrender, clearly.
Okay. Okay.
You're very empowering, ISIS Niqab.
So empowering. Oh, yeah. Now, are they going to show how the citizens of Syria are terrorized by people that come around and try to enforce ridiculous rules about smoking and shit like that?
No, they're
Yep.
freedom fighters, you fucking racist. Real quick.
And misogynist.
Ondoral, hey peeps, do you have a schedule for a live chat? Not really. HB goes every day, pretty much, besides Sundays usually.
Yeah, my next stream is Monday.
If on Patreon, what I'm going to start doing real quick as an aside, I'm going to start scheduling Patreon streams, which means that like anyone can watch it, but it will go unlisted after it's live. And then if you're a patron, you can have access to it. And then if you are above a certain tier, I'll invite you on. I used to like invite everybody on, but it's gotten to be such a clusterfuck. I can't do that anymore because then it's like 50 people.
Yeah, too many people.
And Opal Dragon, thank you as well. Wish I could do more. Stay honest. Thank you so much. And Jesus Salazar always wanted to get blown up on vacation.
It's like a jihadi fantasy camp so
get
far.
blown on vacation, maybe. But fuck this.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
too
how
thin.
immodest of you. You fucking slut. Filthy thought.
We're giving her a double. We're putting two around her neck. Jesus Christ. It's hot. There's hell in Syria.
Take her to change. Go.
Well, there are some reasons for please subtitles. 1 second. Let me if I put them up though, they'll be backwards.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do.
I did not mean to. We mentioned you who flung who, by the way.
We have to decide whether it's risk worth in getting it taken down or
just trying
have
to
deal
avoid
with
it, like YouTube just going after the
Yeah,
stream.
I think we have to keep it reversed.
Diego Casha, this proves to a degree Western governments institutions want to prop peons to join ISIS or forms of it to prop up more conflicts, aka ICIE. Propping as usual. Yeah. I mean, what the fuck else are they doing here?
It's a recruitment video.
It is a recruitment video that is, I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know.
Because any of the negatives so far that they've shown would not really be negatives to people who could be recruited by this. A person who could be recruited by this would see what just happened with the girl having to wear a thicker, whatever the fuck that piece of the niqab is called.
There's no subtitles anyway, guys, sorry.
They would just say, oh, yes, that sister is being immodest. People who have no risk of being recruited by ISIS say, well, that's fucked up. They force people to wear this type of shit in the heat. But they haven't shown anything that's un-Islamic or that I think would bother someone who's interested in actually joining ISIS.
Yeah, if you are, okay, I'm not going to say ignorant, but that is probably the best word. If you're uneducated as to the realities of some of this shit, and you watch this, there is nothing about what they've shown, at least thus far, that would give you any pause or reason to believe that this is anything other than a righteous civil war, that they're fighting for their religion and they're fighting for their land. That is terrifying to me.
Did we read Who Flung Pooh's
We did read
Deuce?
Who Flung... Because you said he dropped a deuce. And,
dropped a deuce,
crazy...
but I didn't see what it said. I don't know if I read that. Perhaps...
let's see.
What do you say?
Surrender one more deuce. Yes, thank you. And Crazy Ace King, yeah, I'm pretty sure we got yours too. Nimble Navigator 62, this chat is going so slow that everyone will know I'm gay. Just plain, maybe. Love you both. Keep up the good work. Well, now everyone knows you're
Not
gay.
that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, I don't see a second one.
There was a second one? I just saw one.
Yeah, we both only saw the one.
There you go.
Sending some love on Super Chat. Thank you.
Super Chat.
Super Chat, yes.
Thank you. I like Super Chat.
That's good, actually.
That's a good.
Let's get back into this nightmare.
تعالوا شوفوا كل القماش عنا كل الالوان
ان شاء الله بيصير
لا اخويا مو هيك شوف هي بنت صغيره
محرم
Male guardian?
بنت صغيره
محرم where's your محرم
Yeah, they want to know where her male guardian is.
She was talking to a man without a محرم and she's too young to be out uncovered.
ما بتعرف تقرا كتاب الله بدها تقول لي كيف البس
كم عمرك يا اختي؟
18 بدك شو تسمح لي البس هيك
Take her.
Uh-oh, what's going on now?
Now, again, if you are a sympathizer, you're like, yeah, this is what she was walking without a male guardian. That's haram.
I'm fucking with the audio levels a bit, guys, trying to make sure it like works out. Whoa, hang on. Okay. Okay, so now we're seeing some negative shit. This doesn't look real great. I mean, really, yeah, they'd rape her. Like, honestly, that's actually what happened.
Like, it's negative for Americans. It's not negative for people who are sympathetic.
Do you think so? You think that people who are sympathetic would see shit like that and not have a problem with this?
They see beheadings and they still join. I think this is probably lightweight stuff.
I guess so.
I mean, what was that? 5 lashes to your feet? That's a picnic compared to a beheading.
I wouldn't know how to flip the top 80%. I'm doing this through OBS, and I just figured out how. It took me like last 5 minutes before we started. I was like, oh, I think I can do this way.
Yeah, this is as good as it's gonna get under the circumstances.
But yeah, this is sort of the question, though. I don't know. Like, if you're a feminist, though, Now, I know that the statistics on that are skewed, because feminists like to say, well, all women are feminists. But thank you, by the way, YouTube is gay. I would love to do that. Thank you. I would love to flip the top 80% of the screen, but I would have no clue how to do that in OBS. But thank you for the super chat. I don't know if you're a self-described feminist, which I believe is something like 35% of women, 40% of women. Hey, Coach Red Pill, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
But I think, yeah, if you're in the 35 to 40% of women, it's not the majority who consider themselves a feminist. Wouldn't you be upset by this? Even if you're willing to support it in some way. wouldn't you be like, oh, you can't go outside without your male guardian, cover yourself, woman? Like,
they just have an absolute deliberate blind spot with this shit, and they will not acknowledge that Islam is in any way patriarchal or misogynist or sexist.
Now, the interesting thing is that what would actually have happened to that woman, probably not gotten her feet smacked.
No, that was a light punishment.
Yeah, she would have gotten stoned to death.
Probably.
Or raped. Or stoned to death for being raped.
To the hospital. Isaac, wake up. You can't go. Why not? Salama told you to arrange it. You don't have a mahram. Yes, I do. Who? Isaac. He's too young. It has to be an adult. No, Ukhti. It has to be a close relative.
Now here they go. They're going to fucking
according to
turn it around.
If the traveling woman has her son with her, of competent, distinguished mind, then he can be considered a mahram for her.
This is it. This is how they turn it around. It's not fucking sexist because I can have my son with me. There's all these ways around it.
It's promotion of family values.
It's so good. Thank you, Owen, for the elite super chat. You guys rock. Take this shit to the cleaners for the piece of shit propaganda it is.
You have a situation where a woman is so incompetent that a child has to walk around with her and keep her in line.
But you
totally
see, like,
feminist.
this entire thing, though, is that they had to admit a little bit, just a little tiny bitty bit of patriarchy in Muslim society. But then it's like, oh, but hey, look, you can get around this, and you'll be fine.
My God.
Yeah, absolutely. And see how there's all these things in the Quran that are so, feminist, essentially, or supporting of women.
I think Isaac has a competent, distinguished mind. Don't you?
But if it was unusual, why would they be so hype if they didn't know that what they were doing was kind of wrong?
Well, we're going to have to see what the repercussions are.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she'll get beat. And hey, Mitch, what's up? Thanks.
Even if it was true, what's up, Mitch? Even if it was true that, let's say, the girl and her son were correct, like theologically, let's say, like they actually were correct. It wouldn't matter what the dudes running ISIS, how they interpret the Quran or whatever holy book. That's what's going to matter. So the idea that you could just like say to a person in authority, well, actually, you have that scripture wrong, and it says this, and they're going to go, oh, okay. That's
but you find this all the time with the imams. Many of them, they will pull out their scriptures and be like, no. Look, at this point in the Quran, it says this and it says that. And that's nice and that's good, but the fact of the matter is that they are very, very keen to ignore parts that disagree with them when it is most convenient. It's absolute revisionism, and, well, like, here, okay, when you get the ability to pick and choose which fucking parts of your holy text, and it's not just the Quran either, and this needs to be made absolutely clear for people who don't understand, is that the hadith and the surah or the sunnah, are all also parts of the Quran, or, well, not the Quran, but they're parts of their holy texts, and those include, basically what the hadith is the sayings of Muhammad from people who knew him or knew of him, which means that my cousin knew Muhammad, and my cousin told me that Muhammad said this. Particularly when you look, and I would recommend, I've been skimming it, but Robinson's Muhammad's Quran is a really good look into putting things in chronological order so you can understand that before Muhammad went to Medina, well, he went to Medina, he was in Mecca, got kicked out, went to Medina, came back, conquered Mecca. Now they'll say, oh, well, he didn't conquer them because they surrendered. Yeah, because he showed up with a fucking army. So they surrendered. You see a very big change in the way that jihad is described, in the way that warfare in the name of Islam is described. So Tommy Robinson's Muhammad's Quran, if you're interested in reading a little bit more of it in context, I would recommend. I have not finished the whole thing, but so far I liked it. Also, Arabian Babe, suck my dick. I made sure it's halal. If your name is Babe, is it a feminine penis? Also, Mitch, Islamic hack broads. You're gonna meme that shit, man. I hope you do. Mahatma Kane Rios, Kekistan will never die. Hashtag yes all normies. Thank you for the super chat. Alright. Let's get back into it.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. النسوان من ورا يا أختي.
سامحني أخي. أنا أريد أن أرى مدير
Oh,
مستشفى.
excuse me, brother. I'm here to see the hospital administrator.
ماذا تريدين؟
What do you want?
أنا طبيب من
I'm a
إنجلترا.
doctor from England.
وأتيت لكي أشتغل.
I've come to work here.
وأحضرت توريدات.
I have brought medical
طبية.
supplies. CSGO story mode DLC. Sorry.
بنرحب بمساعدتك يا أختي.
Your supplies are welcome,
بس ممنوع
sister.
تشتغلي هنا.
But you can't work here.
لازم ترجعي
Uh-oh.
لبيت زوجك.
You must go back to your husband's house.
بعد إذنك أخي.
Forgive me, brother.
أتيت لأن
But I
أمير
came here
المؤمنين
because
أبو بكر
the
بغدادي
Amir...
حفظه.
Wait, hang on. I want to make sure that we can all... Sorry, because again, I have it flipped.
لازم ترجعي لبيت
Back
زوجك.
to your husband's house.
بعد إذنك أخي.
Forgive me, brother.
أتيت لأن
I came here because the Amir of the believers, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi,
أمير المؤمنين أبو بكر بغدادي حفظه الله.
may Allah preserve him, called for all skills to come to the new state.
يفتحون ويخدمون
And isn't it the case that it is only permissible
الدولة الناشئة والجديدة. يجوز
for women to see male doctors if no female doctor is available?
ولكن عليها أن
That a
تبذل
woman
كل
should exert
جهدها
every effort to find a
لتجد
female
حالها.
doctor first. It is forbidden, sister.
من فضلك
Go home.
ارجعي لبيت
To your
زوجك.
husband's house.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe things aren't going to be as perfect as you thought.
You're a doctor?
No, but now
Yes.
we're going to find out she's needed.
From
It's so necessary.
What's your specialty?
Emergency medicine.
What did she say?
Emergency medicine.
Okay.
Sperms in gynecology and obstetrics.
ناقصنا دكاترة يا أخي.
We're very short-staffed,
It's
brother.
female.
It would help. I actually want to go back, though, a little bit about how, like, women should see a female doctor before they see a male one. I don't know if that's even the case, because I don't know if women can be doctors, actually.
That I'm not
I'm
sure
not,
of.
and I don't know about that. There are a lot of falsehoods that are told about how Islam during the Great Expansion period, you know, was a incredible wealth of intellectual learning and academia. However, I don't think that was extended to women. I don't think it ever has. If she's using some verse that is referring to this, I guarantee it's like a not a witch doctor type thing, but a midwife type situation. Which she just said she's gynecology and obstetrics, which would make her a.
Do you think that it's possible? Because she seems to basically, her character is coming in, and she's like trying to negotiate with the more strict ISIS motherfuckers, right? So, is her reasoning something that you would find from like a leftist imam who tries to sell bullshit to Americans? Like, is this like what she's talking about? Is this like
I don't
not actually what happened? It's more of like, you know, like you've seen on like Australian television, you know, the
sure.
woman who was like, "Oh, Islam is the most feminist religion."
Absolutely.
So I'm curious if these are the stories that women like that use to try to lie about that.
See, I don't know. This is the problem when you start to talk about Islam, is there are so many sources, and many of them are directly conflictory with one another.
Right.
Where they just say completely opposite things. And you know, it depends on when we talk about what is jihad. There are very few verses that support the jihad is just a struggle of the spirit alone. And not that jihad is not also a physical struggle. There are very few verses that support that. There are a whole shit ton of verses that support that it is a physical struggle and that it is pretty much the fucking best thing you can engage in. There's a lot to support that. the way that you have to look at Islam in general as a religion is finding trends, because otherwise, on any individual thing, like, this seems like a very specific issue of, like, who do women see if they have to see a doctor? Do they see a male doctor? Do they see a female doctor? I'm going to put that in air quotes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think what that... she didn't cite a verse, so I can't look it up either way. By the way, Arabian Babe, thank you for the super chat. If my peen was feminine, would it be halal? Nay, sounds like the speaking of a Jew. Off with your head in the name of Allah. Oy vey, shut it down. Holy shit. The Goyim, no. Right. Fuck. This is going longer than last time.
That's all right.
What have you brought?
This is one, I want to see this real quick. Tenchi says, ISIS shuts down women's clinics in Raqqa to prevent male gynecologists treating female patients. I'm not surprised, but I think it's because probably there's a massive... Now, we can talk all about how Islam is extremely negative towards and maladaptive to both men and women, but I'm not surprised by that because, yeah, women's parts are nasty, awful. We saw that in the last one, that women are full of shit and piss.
Yes, that's
so
what I
they're
remember.
impure.
They literally said that. They literally said that.
Appabend, what you are watching is straight up propaganda.
Okay, listen carefully. And not like we talk about medical matters.
Okay.
You must only attend to the women, never to men. You must never be alone with a man, not even from the staff. Never.
Wait, hang on, aren't you right now?
You must be covered
No,
all the time.
the son.
What about scrubs?
He apparently
This
magically
isn't-
is buying into that and not questioning.
No, he said you... Okay, oh right, as long as she has the sun there, because he's gonna protect her, right?
Care. You must be covered. Hands, face, everything.
I was told I could do my job. How can I do it if I'm spreading disease?
You must do this, okay? Abu Akram is very dangerous, and you made him lose face. Many of our staff have been beheaded or shot. For them, understand the most important thing is a Sharia. That's it. Not medicine, not health. But you're very welcome.
Fuck me! Holy shit!
Yo, so they were that was real harsh, and then suddenly...
But you are very welcome.
His facial expression completely changes, becomes welcome. He says, but you are welcome. Bullshit. Come on, man. Stop. Oh my god.
Showbot, thank you for the super chat. How do you tell a Sunni from a Shiite? The Sunnis are the ones with the Shiite blown out of them. That was interesting though. Like, yeah, it was... You're very welcome, but here are all these restrictions that you have to go through, and...
Because you're a fucking woman.
You're fuck. Well, have you seen this too? I've seen it where they have... It's not just this. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the hilarious Webm or GIF where it's like the women in the niqabs trying to eat spaghetti. And they like take the fork and they had to like try to put it down into the thing. But shits are my favorite kind of... Shiites are my favorite kind of Muslim. Who flung poo.
Who flung poo.
Thank you. But I think I've also seen them where they do have like women nurses that are somehow allowed to assist, and yet like they can't do anything because they can't... So they're outright sane, but I think I missed this too. He said something about how they were being... Yes, it's... The guy who invented the term GIF says it's GIF. I will always offend someone if I say one or the other. If it's GIF or GIF, I'll always piss somebody off. There's literally no way to please everyone on the GIF thing. Anyway, so it was like, oh, well, they were getting beheaded, but is he acting like that by their own people? Or is he pretending that...
Yeah, no, al-Baghdadi, the leader, he said that she has caused him somehow to lose face. I don't know how she did that, unless I'm misunderstanding what he said. And then he said that basically you got to do all this crazy shit or they're going to cut your fucking head off, basically.
Yeah. But you're still welcome, sister.
Still welcome, yeah.
What now? Yes.
And she's all on board.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, apparently
What is
GIF triggers more people than GIF.
GIF's peanut butter. It's got to be
The
GIF.
guy who invented the file
That's
name
great.
says.
That's like the dude who invented Pepe thinks he owns it.
Oh, I guess that's true. You know what? Good point. Good point. I'll just say GIF. I had to train myself out of saying GIF and saying GIF. Now I gotta retrain myself.
I should shut them
There's
up.
puppy dog eyes.
I know. Oh, poor BB. I know GIF stands for graphics. It's just like people used to get mad at me for saying GIF. It's like they're pleasing anyone.
What's puppy gonna do?
He's gonna
Yo,
Give food.
yeah, he's just gonna be a nice
Check
guy
this out.
because he's wonderful.
do you
What?
imagine bopping into sixth form wearing this? They'd shit themselves.
What?
Oh, I think he's wearing a
He's wearing the suicide
Yeah.
belt. Yeah. Graphics interface format.
You homesick?
We're gonna talk
Not
about
really.
our feelings.
Of course.
And why would you be homesick?
I feel bad
I
for not
know.
saying goodbye
This is
to
like-
Amy, but that's it. I ain't never going back to that kuffar dump, bruv.
Never going back to that Kufar dump, bruv. Blood, fam.
So I'll go on with all this last day stuff then.
It's in the hadith.
So the world's coming to an end.
He mentions the Hadith, and it says the teachings of the Prophet, but let's be real clear. Like I said earlier, the Hadith is pretty much, this is hearsay of what I think Muhammad said. And the Imams, they all debate over them all the time, and they are in constant turmoil over what they mean. Like, look, I'm not saying religions don't evolve. The Catholic Church had their big conventions, essentially, where they came to terms about what things in the Bible meant. But I think at this point, I don't remember when the last major one was. I think it was in the last 100 years. I used to be a not Catholic, but go to Catholic school and be a good Catholic, knowing that kind of stuff. I don't know anymore. But I'm sure someone else knows in the chat. But even though they do come to new terms over time, there is nowhere near as much turmoil and confusion and debate in Christianity across one sect, for example, as there is in Islam. And I mean across one sect, Sunni or Shiite or whatever. So, it is essentially hearsay, yeah.
Dunno, man. Some of them things they predicted do seem to be happening.
So there's a big battle, and we've got to lose so that we can win in the end.
Ooh.
There are
Oh
hadiths
no,
which
one sec. Hillary pronounces it Jif? Oh, I have to change that shit then. Sorry, guys.
say there's going to be a battle with the Roman army.
We gotta be
That's
done with
the
this
debate
shit.
over.
Scholars think that means
Debate.
Turkey, and Turkey
Fuck.
means NATO.
This is so boring, though. The Hadith is like the expansion pack made by third-party developers, Appapens. Thank you. It's accurate. And thank you, Arabian Babe, for the super chat. Man, this show makes me hungry for some bacon.
Oh, it's
Oh,
always
eat
time
that
for
bacon
bacon.
up. Yeah. Hu Fung Poo also dropping a deuce. Still taking applications for Hu Flung P. DM him. Is this guy love between two guys? A bromance
Better
forming?
Be careful.
Yeah,
They're gonna
you don't want to
throw
get.
their ass off of some buildings.
Just got cold at night. We had to cuddle up for warmth, you know? Oh, it's the fat Swedish cuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, we don't have confirmation this guy's Swedish, but let's get real.
Anything.
It's a jihadi
Cool,
Mario
that's the breath.
Batali. Or what I say, Mario Batali. Jihadi Mario Batali.
What's this?
Oh, uh-oh.
This keeps the kuffar from tracking us.
Yeah, right.
Wait. He wraps tinfoil around his phone? So he's like basically a tinfoil hat wearer? Like they won't be able to hack my phone if I put tinfoil around it. Just they won't be able to hack my brain. The evil kafar.
They weren't allowed to have phones.
Well, they weren't allowed to, but like what? if he's still got a phone, like he's saying, like him wrapping fucking tinfoil around it is somehow keeping the kuffar out, right?
I think that's what he's arguing.
This is some Alex Jones level shit.
Yeah, who knew?
At least Alex Jones put tinfoil on his head as a joke. Mega Flash love watching Holy Jihad. Jihad.
There is.
God damn it. Yeah, lead might work, not tinfoil. Well, he's got
What's he doing?
mobile.
Deleting more pictures of mommy like he was ordered to? He's making a phone call.
No, they're not supposed to do that. Because then if the evil kuffar will find out where they are and kill all these innocent freedom fighters.
Jalal?
Bitch, you better start talking. You only get one phone call.
What the fuck
Hello,
are you?
Ami.
Where are you?
Who's there with you?
No, what? What do you mean?
Are the police there?
Jalal, what is it? You're frightening me.
Yeah, it would be pretty awesome if he just got headshot right now.
I think that would likely happen.
There's no easy way to tell you this.
Wait, did he not tell his wife or whatever that he went off to join?
Tell them. He's telling them that.
I'm in Syria.
Tum kya keh rahe ho?
What are you saying?
Jalal,
What are you saying?
oh my God.
Ami, listen.
How could you do this?
You have to understand, it's a holy war. We're fighting for our freedom.
God, what have you done?
Why have you done this to us?
Mera beta.
My son. Oh, he left his kid. Come back home.
Jalal.
No, it's his mom, I think.
Oh, it's his mom?
There you go.
Oh, I assumed it was his wife.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Taking a shit, what do you think?
Arabian Babe, AC 130 inbound explosions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yep.
That's from the phone call, motherfucker. Yeah. Actually, I'm glad to see it. That's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, but now he's gonna get. But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it real quick. He's gonna get in trouble, but they're gonna be like, brother, don't do it in the future.
Yeah, don't do it in the future.
We forgive you.
We're not gonna light you in a fire in a cage. Just tell you.
We're not gonna beat you over the head with rocks or because they do set the people on fire. They absolutely just beat them to death and set them on fire. Allah was a moon god. Thank you. I've said that a lot. Oh no, the poor women. Call Anita Sarkeesian. This is such anti-feminism.
So now we're seeing the good guys, right? The Russians or the Americans or the Kurds bombing poor ISIS. That's what's going on here. Now we're having children, and this is definitely, I think this is sympathetic to the people being bombed.
If you wanted to be honest about this, I think you could portray it as like these people think they're doing good, even if they're doing bad. And that ends up being the ultimate message here. Fine. Yeah, but this is the thing, but remember all the hospitals they were bombing all the time and how every single month there was, this is the last hospital in Syria, and now it's the new last hospital in Syria, now it's the next last hospital in Syria that got bombed? What imagery are we seeing here? Seems a little bit reminiscent, huh? Here, Arabian Babe tactical nuke. Thank you, Super Chat. Oh no, our brother has been injured by the evil kuffar.
How's he doing? If you've got something to say, just say it. Nothing. Just hope no one is stupid enough to be using their phone back there.
Yep, dumb motherfucker is using the phone.
Yeah, but see, they're gonna...
Nothing.
Oh, it was the other white guy who got shot. Oh, but look, they're so concerned. This is what they showed us in the last episode. That all they teach them is how to save people. Save their own, not to really attack. I mean, they taught them, like, how to load the weapons, you know. Crazy Ace King, I hope I see my attack helicopter cousin in this. Well, I mean, you know, the primary purpose of physical removal is the commies, but other movie people too.
Hey,
I bet it was Paul who triangulated their location.
Thank you, Paul, for doing that.
Thank you, Paul.
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
Paul.
Looking at the fucking chemtrails to figure out where they are. Thank you, Stratus, for what is the SEK? I don't know what
I
that
have
is.
no idea.
Tell me what currency that is. Thank you for your foreign collusion.
Yes.
Yes.
Now this is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, we have to show
Look
the
at
dead.
this.
Oh, look at
this
all
shit.
the fucking
Are
dead
you
babies.
fucking kidding me with this? You've got to be kidding me.
The movie we watched last night, I think, was less egregious than this.
Oh yeah.
We watched a movie last night called Recycle. If you guys give a shit about Chinese
I thought you
horror
were talking
films.
about the lady that got the spikes
Oh, I
up
mean,
the
that was
yin-yang.
cool. We also
But
watched
no,
Silent
that's
Hill,
okay.
the American Silent
Go
Hill,
ahead.
the first one. But there's a movie called Recycle, or I always get the name wrong. Is it Gingwai? Gingwai, I think it is. And it's an anti-abortion propaganda film,
yeah.
but it's also really cool looking. This is as bad as that.
It is as bad. And look, here's the problem. Obviously, this is something that happens in war. I don't deny that. But
Terrible.
when you are not providing any sort of context and you're just making it look like, here's what, at least for the two parts up to this point that we have been shown. These are people who are very religious and they think they're doing the right thing. And the other side, which is America, Russia, the Kurds, are bombing hospitals, killing babies, and killing the people that think that they're doing the right thing. This is not an anti-ISIS message. This, again, is recruitment.
This is visceral, too. You see the dead baby bodies.
Yeah.
Directly. That is outright propaganda. This is telling you exactly how to feel. There's very little that evokes emotion in people more than the death of children. For evolutionary reasons, we very much feel that way, that we don't want to see children suffer. So no shit. It's very obvious what they're doing.
And the other thing is, like, you look at in society, what's one of the worst things that you can do? Kill children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, they are having, it seem as though that look, if you're going to talk about a scene like this, I'm okay with that as long as you provide the proper context and assign responsibility to ISIS. Because if ISIS was not doing what it was doing, those babies would not have died.
And do you want to know what the ultimate message of all of this is? Is that all this happened, all these terrible things are happening because some guy tried to call his mother.
Right.
And so it's ultimately, it's all framed in terms of the narrative framing, and also in terms of how the scenes are placed one next to another, so how the audience will interpret them, is to be like, this poor guy just wants to call his mommy.
Right.
And look what happened.
Look what the bad Americans encouraged.
How terrible of them, because he wanted to call mommy. Absolutely repugnant. You know what? At least this one is less boring if it's more egregious.
Yeah, it's less boring. Yo, they're still showing the bodies. Are you fucking serious with this?
They are doing this.
This is crazy. Wow.
Would you like some whiskey?
Yes, I would like some whiskey. This is good whiskey time. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, first of all, when you decide to kill babies, thank you. When you decide to kill babies, you have to, at least if you're shooting it, you have to be as least egregious as possible. That was unnecessary to show a second and third time. There was no need. We got the picture the first time.
It was necessary for them to get their message out there.
Oh, for them, yeah, absolutely, for them.
Yeah, because nobody likes seeing that shit.
If you're doing propaganda, you're showing as many babies.
You're showing as many dead babies as possible. I told you this story the other day. I'll do the truncated version. Went to undergrad with a girl who we called. How was that?
It's so smooth.
Tell me if you want more. Who we called a mother. We did her sister, Mother Mary, or it's Mary Mother of God, and she just had this whole huge heart on. Against abortion, and at one time I was walking past her. She dropped out of my philosophy class where we were having honestly a very open conversation. This was a Catholic university, by the way, guys. a very open conversation about whether or not abortion was ethical on any level. And it was at a Catholic university again. But she wouldn't even allow us to have the conversation. She dropped out of the class because it upset her so much. And then she set up a little table in front of the student union with pictures of, like, third trimester babies that says, like, three days old underneath of it, and with a little, like, word bubble coming off and being like, "Mommy, why would you kill me?" And I was just like, oh, God. That is this level of bullshit.
Yeah.
That is this level of bullshit of trying to play up, like, the poor baby thing. And it's disgusting. I don't like abortion. I find it repugnant. But I understand the reasons in some cases for it. Whatever. This is a totally different debate.
It's a different
The point is that this is...
It's similar to anti-abortion propaganda.
They know how to use the same propaganda, though, is the whole point that I was making, That they know how to use this kind of propaganda to make people feel emotional and feel like, oh, God, the poor babies. Arabian babe, alt-right, see dead black babies, ethno-nationalism wins again.
People were arguing in the chat. They were saying that they have no they have no problem seeing ISIS babies killed.
I can't. I don't want to see any babies
you don't
dead.
hold babies responsible
babies
for the
are
sins
innocents.
of the adults. It's one of the reasons I rejected the Old Testament.
It's one of the reasons I do have issues with abortion. As much as I'm willing to accept it as a necessary evil.
Kill no babies.
I don't want to see dead babies.
That's one of my key reasons for leaving Christianity. Anyway.
Yeah, we've gone.
Yeah,
that's okay. It happens. But that was so egregious that I think that was a good thing to say, to point out, like, how that is identical to the, the Christian anti-abortion shit, where it's sometimes just telling lies, where like acting like all abortions are third trimester or some shit like that.
So yeah, I don't mean to, but this is someone in the chat said those babies had to die. I don't agree with that, and the reason I don't agree with that is, let's say you have a situation at some point, the Kurds and the U.S. Special Forces and the Russians are going to defeat ISIS, and American soldiers or Kurds or whoever, they're going to come into the hospitals because ISIS is going to be dead. They're not going to kill those babies. Those babies will be put in either some sort of foster care or whatever. There's no way that if you grab one of those babies and you raise them in a non-ISIS environment, they're not going to become terrorists.
They would not have the same culture. We could talk about other hereditary factors, but an infant raised in that would not have the same culture, no.
It's the same argument that Christians make that I reject, of why it was okay for the God of the Old Testament to order his people to kill the babies of the neighboring enemy groups. And I argued that if you took a baby, for example, from China and raised him in America, he would be when he's 15 years old, and if he had no influence from Asia and he was raised as an American kid, at 15 he's riding his fucking skateboard going, yo dudes, like, that's just...
Yeah, I mean, there are still going to be some differences.
But you're not going to be a terrorist.
You're not going to see the effects of Islamic culture.
So I don't think it's morally acceptable to kill babies under any circumstances, and I will extend that to the Old Testament. That's the issue that I have with the Old Testament of the killing the babies. But yeah, I reject that. I don't think killing babies is acceptable. Now there is a second part of this though. If you're saying that if ISIS, because look, if you want to talk like tactics, for example, ISIS or like Hamas, they purposely put weapons and use human beings as shields. So if for example,
Palestinian tactics, actually,
civilians are killed in Syria that are under ISIS control from an American bomb, I put those casualties on ISIS. I don't think you have a choice because there's no way, granted, unless there's an egregious situation where either a mistake was made or, in rare cases, a deliberate attack on civilians was done. That's for America to do that is super fucking rare.
You have to understand the complexities. No country
and it's
wants
not
to
from
engage
high
in
up
that
either.
shit.
It's like soldiers going crazy.
No country wants to engage in that shit. They know what a PR nightmare it is for their country. Yeah. They do not. There is nothing outside of insane dictatorships like North Korea. There is nothing and particularly for countries like America that are involved in massive multinational organizations and in peacekeeping organizations, like America more than anybody does not want to engage in okay, let me be clear, in obvious hostility against civilians. I'm not saying we haven't done it, because we have.
Yeah.
We absolutely have. Which is why I don't like us to be world police, but whatever.
And there is some instances in a situation like this where collateral damage is going to happen no matter what. You just have to make sure it's minimized.
But again, how many of the last hospital in Raqqa, the last hospital in Syria, does it have to happen before it's clear that the way that it's being presented is false?
Oh, right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Real quick, though. Arabian Babe, it's called Moral Franchise, No One Left Out. Was that about abortion, maybe? Ministry of Wrongthink. Hang on. Whoops. Ministry of Wrongthink. Thank you everybody for your super chats. Alright, stop. Caliphate vests are hissing ISIS back with an old school religion. Some Arab grabs a hold of a female's unsightly, blowing up infidels for the almighty ISIS. Oh, I get it. Oh, it took me it took me to the very end to get it.
Stop Caliphate vests are hissing. ISIS back with an old school religion. Some Arab grabs a hold of a female's unsightly, blowing up infidels for the almighty ISIS baby. Well done, sir.
Thank you so much. That was great. Oh shit. Okay. Owen. But during the times of the Old Testament, everyone else was doing it, so that's just how they did things back there. Then devil's advocate, sure.
I agree, except if you're supposed to be the holy, moral, loving God of the universe, the holy, loving gods of the universe morals are supposed to be higher than human beings. If I as a human being can say, wow, that was really fucked up and immoral, obviously God's morals are not higher than human beings. I would argue that if God existed, his morals would have to be higher than human beings. So yeah, where all of the groups, by the way, the Egyptians weren't doing that. The Egyptians would actually, from what I understood,
neither would the Greeks or the Romans.
Well, that I'm not aware of. That could be, okay.
Well, I'll tell you.
But as far as the Egyptians, from what I understand, like it was like a common practice, for example, to like throw babies that you didn't want on like a trash heap. The Egyptians would actually go to the trash heap, take the babies out, and raise them. And so I would argue that that's morally superior than throwing babies in the trash. And so how could the Egyptians, if God was, God, how could the Egyptians have a higher moral standard than the Israelites? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that does not logically compute in my head.
Well, no,
we are kind of getting off track with religion,
let's be really fucking honest. Semitic religions, look, everybody, all of these fucking religions that everybody follows, they all come out of very basic sun and moon gods, because they were based on the humans' proclivity towards, as we started to farm, we needed to worship the sun and the moon in order to understand how to farm. It's not complicated. Yahweh was a sun god, I believe, and Allah was a moon god. Let's not overcomplicate it. That really is it. Yeah, and Wicked Chris, thank you for the super chats. Dead babies are sad, but check that KD ratio, excellent.
This is a savage chat.
I love how savage the chat is. Thank you guys. We're enjoying it a lot.
That was great. We need
we need to get back on fucking... But this show is so boring. Is the worst
part of it. It is a boring show. It's just, except for when they ramp up the propaganda parts.
Yeah, which is then interesting. But normally the show's so fucking boring.
Oh, let's see what's going on.
This is his stuff. Is this the guy who was shot? Oh yeah, because this is their McMansion where they were all having a little gay boy time in the pool. Oh yeah, let me top you up there.
Thank you.
We were drinking local West Virginia
awesome.
Moonshine, by the way.
Tastes like apple pie.
Yeah. We are. I'm actually drinking Icelandic vodka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, see, here's the thing. They don't have to cover their faces because they're in their private women's space.
Right.
Where they're allowed to just be women. Ooh, isn't it perfect feminism, am I right? Oh, God, that's so disgusting. Devin Stark's very right. God started off pagan and warlike. You mean Yahweh? It wasn't until Christ that he became the one true God of peace and fuzziness. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that is why Christianity has differentiated itself.
Yeah.
As has some similar religions.
Yeah.
Similar. Well,
I meant the bomb. I heard there was a direct hit on the hospital.
It's okay. We coped.
I mean, I'm faithful, so like it doesn't bother me if people are religious or non-religious. I don't give a shit.
Don't.
What I have a problem with is propaganda, and what I have a problem with is a hateful religion.
They really need me
It
now.
kills people.
But I can't keep using Isaac as my mahram. He has to go to school.
Okay, wait, what? But this was your whole plan, so now you want him to go to school?
Let's find you a husband. He can give his permission.
You need people on social media, don't you? To talk to them back home. Tell them why it's important to come. Ask your husband to give me his written permission as my mahram. I'll go to the internet cafe every day after work. Talk to the sisters in the UK.
So she's going to spread propaganda, is what she's saying?
Yes, she's happy to do that.
Really committed. You'd only be doing it so you could work.
Why is her husband not there?
Good question. I don't know.
Please don't doubt my sincerity, sister. I gave up everything to come here, and it's a one-way ticket.
Well, at least they admit that.
Yeah.
You're all gonna die.
Please.
Okay.
So far, there's really been very little negative about ISIS.
I mean, now, the negative things, you have to understand, are externalized. They're being attacked because he calls his mom.
Right.
They're it's these people are shitty or what they hate us. But like, yeah, what's the most negative thing? That she's not really allowed to practice medicine,
Right.
But they need her. They need her.
A foot spanking.
Yeah, foot
5
spanking,
lashes on the
whatever.
foot.
And that maybe she got off on that. A lot of people are into that. You don't know. Wow, stop being so close-minded, you fucking prude.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. You are covering up the blood.
This is so fucking boring.
It is a boring show, I will give you that.
Like, goddamn, I'm almost about to finish the second season of Fortitude, which I'm really excited for. That show, like, even when there's, like, character moments that are slow, it's interesting, because there's, like, levity, or, excuse me, there's not levity, there's weight to it. That's the opposite of what I meant to say. Oh, shit! Real quick, Owen, thank you. Sorry for the fucking motorcycle.
That's gonna happen.
But, Owen, thank you. Gave Hard Bastard the same amount. Wanted to make things even. I was the 678, I'm fucking dyslexic apparently, 678 number from the last call-in, and I quote you about how the country is black and white anyways. I'm disturbed by the amount of people who helped make this show who are credited. We both are as well.
Yeah, I am. I could get into my stance at the end of the show, but I agree. I totally agree. I'm very disturbed.
It's repugnant.
Mm-hmm.
You were right, I was using my phone.
That was dumb.
Stupid. What should I do?
It was dumb for him to admit that, but,
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
He does, like, they got this guy because he has the best baby boy doe eyes. Like, they know that, like, he just looks innocent.
I don't get it.
Oh, Glittery Gecko, real quick. Teal Deer and I will be streaming sometime next week. So, that's happening.
That's gonna be awesome.
Why? What are you doing here? Like, no offense.
None taken, mate. You think I'm a spy?
Yeah, little to nothing happens on this show. Every once in a while, there's some horrible propaganda, but it's taken up primarily, which is what we should just talk over, because this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you have to talk.
I mean, this is, what the fuck is this?
He's asking him, like, he's trying to figure out why this white boy is joining ISIS, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not why I'm here, okay?
They're like not visually interesting scenes. There's nothing to be hooked by. Watch Fortitude already. It's a good fucking drama mystery show. It's the best. This is garbage. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed shaitan in the name of Allah.
Shaitan?
Yeah, it's Satan.
No, I know.
Oh, I just said it the way they fucking say it.
Mixed together.
Okay, time to go.
What are they up to?
Uh-oh, bad girl's gonna get up to some naughty business. Or maybe they're just gonna go blow something up. No, it could never be that obvious. They're gonna go save some babies, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I watch anime. Anime, people got upset about my pronunciation of anime in my Death Note video, but that's the correct pronunciation. That's not up for question like GIF or GIF, it's anime. Anime and manga, not up for question. I don't watch real porn. I'm not a fucking pleb.
I like real porn. Shout out to real porn. Shout out to 80s porn. Christy Canyon.
How does someone make ISIS boring?
I know, that's a
Crazy
great question.
Ace
How did they do that?
Thank you for the super chat. Also, how
Holy
completely
shit.
fucking correct. Yeah, how do you make fucking ISIS
They
boring?
seriously made ISIS boring. But you know what? You know what, though? I think, look, everybody plays from the same propaganda playbook, and one of the things that propagandists do is they kind of try to lull your mind and get it bored so it can be susceptible. Rachel Maddow does it. Jehovah's Witness do it. I think that's probably what's going on here.
You know what? That's very true. I'm trying to think of... Okay, actually, I'm trying to think of a psychological principle that would make sense here. So, essentially, okay. They're hiding their message within banality.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a piece of research or psychological principle that would explain this. Oh, shoot, I don't have a good one. Normally I'm good at this, but if I don't have a really good theory that would explicate this, I think what it is that yes, it's it's a little bit of a cognitive heuristic, and sort of like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make this very, very, very boring and plain, and then when they activate the things that they're trying to activate, your cognitive mind is not capable of differentiating it from the boring banality.
Right.
That would be my understanding of this in terms of a psychological principle. Ministry of Wrongthink. This episode of The Young Turks is almost worse than normal.
That's a good
Thank
one.
you
Yeah.
for the super chat. This is pretty bad, but almost worse than normal for an average episode of The Young Turks.
Well, they want to hug ISIS. So.
They do. You gotta hug them out. You should probably just rub one out instead of hug them out. Like, at least Chank, that would make him less of a fucking insufferable.
So now they're talking with the men. Okay. This is,
oh, they're not supposed to do
here
this.
Here we go. What are we doing here? Let's show how reasonable the men are. Is that what we're gonna do?
صديقي قل لها إني أرحب بها واسألها إذا تقدر تشيل النقاب.
اشرحي لهم بسرعة.
Abu Masoud greets you and asks if you could remove your veil.
Oh, they wanted to remove the veil?
It is according to the Sharia to see the woman you're proposing to.
Oh, it says this is her husband to be.
كتير منيح وسمح قل لها إنه منيح أنا جاهز إني أتجوزها بعد العصر بكرة.
I mean, this is kind of...
If you agree to marry him tomorrow after Asr.
After afternoon prayers, do you want to get married? Yeah.
Isn't he too old? He is older than you. What's wrong with that?
Well, that's the whole thing. Where, like, women... After a certain age, you can't get married in this society.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't. Well, you become bad goods. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, okay.
Where it's like at some point, it's not just this, by the way. In many religious societies where if you remain unmarried, and I would say this is true, guys, Hasidic Judaism as well has this, particularly for converts to Judaism. If you're over a certain age, you gotta get married real fucking quick. Because otherwise it's considered like the men who would want to marry you would be low status.
Sure.
Real quick, Wicked Chris, seriously, I would have had this turn into a ninja assassination scene to liven things up. Up the feminist ally count. I don't know if it would up the feminist allies, but it would make it less boring. YouTube is gay. Thank you for the super chat. I think alls are talking to each other through auto-generated laws and news and hiding all of it in the banal bullshit in text of the boilerplate. Yeah, that's probably it. They are trying to put their message into here, and it's pretty typical media psychology shit of like, you have to, if you make your message too blatant and too obvious, then the framing devices won't work. The priming's not going to work. You have to be able to make it just subtle enough that the conscious mind won't pick up on it, but your brain did. Your subconscious mind will.
A brave fighter with a pious heart. We know piety is very important to you, Halim. What was he like?
Amazing. So handsome.
So, sometimes I don't understand if this is supposed to be critical or not. He was amazing after meeting him for 3 minutes.
You met a guy for 15 seconds, and in a very ill, fucked up situation, and he asked you straight out to marry him tomorrow after prayer, and your response is that, oh yeah, this was a fine scenario. I would even go as far as to say that he was amazing. Again, how is this critical? How is this negative according to the director in that article? It's just
and I made this argument before that's like for all the European women who this is clearly aimed at, who are over 30, can't find a husband because, well, for a lot of reasons. One, we've absolutely terrified men of marriage feminism. Thanks. That's been great for me, too. Thank you for that. We've terrified men of marriage, for good reason, again, because it's absolutely biased against men. And so, like, oh, I'm 35, why can't I find a husband? Oh, go join ISIS, then you'll find a guy who's willing to marry you in 5 minutes. Incredible. As soon as he sees your face. Yeah.
He's a brave soldier.
This is real obvious. Who this is aimed at, and who this is targeting.
Yeah.
Women who are like, I want a man to marry me.
Yeah, they've increased the marriage, well...
But they were all, like, joking and, like, giggling about it before.
They've increased it.
Andy speaks English.
Oh, Andy speaks English.
I don't speak a word.
My God.
But I'm gonna get an app.
I'm gonna get an app. Oh, no, he doesn't speak English. She's gonna get an app to teach her Arabic. Well, you know, get on Duolingo.
I'm sure he's a well-adjusted man, and you're gonna have a great time with him.
Yo, how come they got power? Got their own generator.
Look, they've even got, like, little cafes. Everything is just nice.
Oh. Yeah, it's just like a normal place.
What you agony on now, bruv?
Oh, they got a fucking internet cafe.
This is where they probably recruit people over the internet. This is where they
You
open
get
their Twitter
free
and YouTube
groceries.
accounts.
But they're not saying this is wrong. That you get free groceries and free clothes or whatever.
You should cover your face, fam.
Y'all ain't coming if they can't see what man look like.
Go ain't coming, period, bro. Once you see your butter's face, now trust me on this.
Back home, man's a prince act.
Is he just trying to recruit, or is he trying to get a wife?
He's trying to get a wife, probably using his YouTube or Twitter account provided to him by Jack Dorsey.
Ah. Well, I mean, that's fine. You're allowed to recruit people into a fucking terrorist organization.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Mom is fine. Okay.
Yeah, Mom. Stop being such a fucking, I don't know, whatever, feminist, I guess? No, it has to be still feminist, so what is this? Come on, Mom. You have to understand, this is a normal part of being...
Where are they putting him?
Oh, well, that's the whole fucking thing, is that the boys prey in different areas than the women.
Yeah, or it's some sort of class. And now here we have more injured people from the bad Americans and bad Kurds, right?
It's terrible. We have to have a really good look at the poor, injured children.
The children, yeah.
This is not propaganda, I swear.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
And look, they're coming here giving them candy.
Yeah, aren't they nice? They give sick children candy.
Wonderful.
Oh,
ISIS
wonderful.
comes by and
this is
with
totally
the
normal. Oh, the ISIS soldiers are nice to children. Yeah, they're not training them as child soldiers or anything like that.
Are they admitting this is staged? No. I'm trying to be. How's your life in the caliphate? Good, good. It's very good. There is no problem. I am very happy. Praise to Allah.
Dawla has brought order and certainty. The whole world has abandoned us. We can only rely on Allah and the Sharia. Come. Come.
This is sickening,
This
really.
is just, so outrageous.
Like, again, we have not seen the end of this, so we don't know.
They better fucking do a U-turn.
If there's
yesterday.
There's a U-turn.
Jazakallahu khair.
May Allah give you what is good.
Oh, no.
No.
For you, no charge.
For you, no charge, you beautiful freedom fighter.
Yeah. You get free shit.
Ice cream, ice cream.
Ain't seen this yet. While you sat there on the corner, on the blocks, chasing that Skrilla.
Oh my god! Oh, they make them talk in the most fucking, like the most chav fucking accent. Jesus Christ. Blood, blood, fum. Fucking A.
Where are you when they are slaughtering the children? Shame on you. Fear Allah. Fear Allah.
Yeah, let's also recruit the gangbangers and the
well,
people
yeah, no,
on the corner,
shit.
whoever we
well,
can.
I think they got that German
now
guy.
we have the arranged marriage part.
Let's see how. I'm sure this is going to be a very loving and sensual sex scene.
Oh, maybe.
Between a husband and his wife.
It'll be our first jihadi sex experience. Thank you.
انت كتير ناعمة حبيبتي. لا تخافي.
Oh, it's gonna be. Look, it's absolutely going to be the most loving, sensual.
It's like Beauty
scene.
and the Beast, huh?
Well, no, it's way more loving than that. This is just. Look, she's beautiful and she's so in love with him already, as we know. He's great. He's amazing.
Yeah. She doesn't look very happy.
But she doesn't speak his language.
Yeah,
I think
she doesn't seem too happy. Well, we'll see. They've now skipped.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't. Well, we can't show the sex scenes. That would be haram.
No.
لازم تيجي حالا.
أخي ما خلصتوا.
يلا.
Uh-oh.
She's in trouble.
Oh no.
وين كفوفك؟
أنا آسفة. ولكن لا أستطيع أن أتفحص مريض وألا يعدي.
Doesn't matter. Sharia is more important.
Yeah.
ارجعي وأنت مغطية نفسك كويس.
لكن عندي مرضى.
Oh shit! Like I'm waiting for this to actually fucking. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the translations.
That's a little.
I'm sorry, guys. Real quick, I missed the translation. She's like, you come back tomorrow wearing proper covering. You wear gloves. You cannot wear just, and it can't be the latex gloves, because then you might accidentally see the color of her skin, which is, I mean, the most egregious thing ever.
You can't
it would
see
be like
a woman's hands or ankles.
I mean, it would be like, yeah, what's that? I think back to the Weird Al. Did you ever see Amish Paradise?
Yes.
Music video where it's like, and it's like Amish women, and she's just lifting up, and you can see her fucking ankle. That's the this shit. God damn. I think it has to be fully black, so you'd have to get black latex. Ooh, that's a whole different thing.
I've come to return these. I don't need them. I'd rather you sold them. No disrespect.
See what a good man he is?
What a great man.
This great, wonderful freedom fighter.
There are good ISIS members, according to the show.
I'm sorry if me coming here has caused you problems.
Skin is too lewd for YouTube. It really is. Honestly, I mean, skin is absolutely the lewdest thing around.
You know, all pharmacists have to take a re-education course.
They even call it re-education.
They teach you about the length of your beard and trousers and how far apart your feet must be in prayer. All very important when running a pharmacy.
Important for all Muslims, fi sabilillah.
Of course. After that, a committee decides if you've passed or failed.
Yeah, you passed.
Yeah, I really am waiting. Like, I am waiting because I would.
You know?
I don't want to. I actually don't want to be right about this series.
No, I don't want to be right about this.
I want to believe that ultimately it shows that this is terrible.
What can I do? I'm addicted.
Coffee
Please,
is forbidden.
You must accept my hospitality.
But if it's forbidden...
Didn't I tell you this about us?
I thought coffee was fine, though. What is
supposed to be
Turkish
very
coffee,
I don't
then?
know. I have no idea.
Well, I'm confused, then. I didn't know about this. Everyone's saying that it's going to be real, that there's about to be a gay sex scene. You know what? This does look... This is set up like the beginning of a gay porno. I mean...
It is, a little bit.
It could be worse, but I can see it.
I mean, they should at least throw someone off a building to be accurate in this stuff.
This isn't as bad as the water sports.
Water sports?
They weren't actually.
Oh, when the girl was taking
No. When all the guys were playing on each other,
Oh, yeah,
were playing with each other in the pool. Yeah, that was a bit gayer.
Is she okay?
Yes. Okay. She's in a camp in Turkey.
Oh, you didn't go with her?
No.
Why?
I'm a gay boy.
Sorry, I just, I don't understand.
If we both leave, they find out. But if I stay here, open the shop every day as normal, she can get away.
See, again,
This is why
it's
they're
the
angry.
evil people. They have removed this man's wife from
Yep.
him. They have destroyed his life because they're
sorry.
just so racist and terrible. We gotta feel really bad because it's awful, man.
Well,
This is really awful.
Here we say the Mujahideen need to learn some akhlaq. You understand?
Akhlaq is manners.
Yeah.
It's nice to see someone already learned.
Okay, we got a guy in a cage.
Yeah. I'm sure he's in there for a good reason.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably, he probably supports the West or something.
He probably smoked a cigarette, maybe?
Well, no, they're not going to allow it to be anything real.
Oh, of course.
Come on. Well, no, we need to be open-minded. I
Okay,
guess.
now we have this guy.
And there's like a Russian. No, but he's speaking Arabic, so.
And now we got children there.
We got all their children with their nice little ISIS bandanas. Oh, we're gonna behead him. Who's gonna be upset with it, and how are we gonna explain why it's necessary and why this was for the good of everybody?
Oh,
he's a thief.
Thief, yeah.
Yeah.
Holston it.
Oh! Are we actually gonna cut his head off? Just get him let's get a little slice. Oh, fuck that! What the fuck?
What happened?
Whoa, it just stopped. Hang on.
BLC.
I don't know why
deemed that to be too triggering.
I guess so. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. It just... You saw that, like, I didn't do shit.
Yeah, that was weird. No, it just stopped.
Let's, over here. Sorry, guys. That's not what that was about. Alright, so we're gonna get his hand cut off again. Cool. I mean, this is the most interesting thing so far, so why not?
What are you doing? Bolstering it.
Yeah, so now this is pretty rude, but how is this gonna get explained?
Yeah, it looks like did the video not fully download
weird.
or
It
something?
did. That's weird.
It just won't play after that.
It won't play
point.
after that. Well, let me skip. Okay. Well, we're gonna skip that. Apparently that's too hot for my computer, actually.
That's weird.
Weird. Okay.
And now the guy noticed we have Puppy Dog who has an issue with what happened.
Yeah, Puppy Dog was not happy with that. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I guess I don't know what exactly happened. And did the stream collapse altogether, or was it just the video?
Oh, this is the part where she says,
I think we've turned it into...
how are you going to help make the state better? It's the big speech at the end.
Let me make sure real quick, because everyone's saying F. You guys are saying F because of the fucking video got corrupted? Yeah, I think...
Or are they saying that the video itself...
Or is the stream down?
Is the stream down? Can you guys hear us?
Let me check. Oy. That's not the right one.
Oh,
it says stream's up.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Maybe that... No, I mean, there's no way. Because... No, really? It went down? It says it's fine.
Maybe it's doing the same thing it did last time. We're just gonna have to wait for it to come back.
What the fuck? No, it says live now.
Oh, we're live. It's just
it's doing this thing again.
Yeah, it's doing what it did before.
Oh shit. Okay, well now I can hear myself. Guys, we have no fucking clue what happened there. It's been totally fine this entire time. So that might have actually been YouTube.
That might have been. So now we have the part where apparently this is supposed to be the speech where we are recruiting people and asking, what can you do to make the Muslim state better?
I think this is it. I think it might be later, but...
A fashion statement. We hold up our index fingers like we're in some super cool club. Of course we are.
Oh, it is a super cool club.
Super cool club.
Super cool club. Oh, yeah.
But we need to be careful we're not trivializing our deen till jihad ends up just some fancy hand gestures, some white on black banners and AK-47s. Jihad is struggle. It's dedication.
How is this not sympathetic?
How is it not?
It's compassion.
This is unbelievable propaganda.
This is insanity.
It's perseverance. It's battle. But we should ask ourselves, are we properly honoring what the Mujahideen are giving up their lives for? Or are we just using scary symbols that make us feel we're contributing
Scary
to the fight?
symbols? Bitch, you're out there with fucking AKs. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Most sisters who come from the land of Kufr, when they arrive here, they expect perfection. And the truth is, Dawlat al-Islam isn't perfect. It's a new state, and it has its problems.
It's a new state, and it has its problems like heads on a fucking pike.
What state that hasn't been in its infancy doesn't have heads on a stake? Come on.
Oh my god. And this is the thing, is that like, oh, our sisters who come from the land of the kuffar. Do you guys understand what kuffar is, by the way? I mean, it means infidel.
Yeah, it's us.
But the kuffar are to be wiped out wherever you kill them, where you find them. That is the quote. It got cut down again. What the fuck's happening?
I wonder if it has to do with the scenes of violence. If maybe the algorithm can detect violence.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Goddamn fucking YouTube.
Maybe I need to move off the scene.
Yeah, move off the scene. Just hit play.
Well, hang on, yeah.
that we will never enjoy the fruits of it.
Because we haven't had this problem the entire time.
No.
But don't forget.
Hang on, no. Fuck, this is pissing me off. No, I have really good internet connection.
No, it's not the internet connection. I can tell you that.
Well, let's wait for it to get the fuck.
Totally
Content issues detected. That's it. Look.
Oh, look! Your stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected copyrighted audio and video.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on.
That's
All right,
what it
that's
is.
what happened.
Yep.
Well, I think we're gonna be done now. I'm gonna should I just close the window? Because I don't think we can. I would like to finish this, but
yeah, let's. I mean, I guess does it go back?
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I mean, there's only like 10 minutes. There's only 6 minutes left. Yeah.
Goddamn.
No content issues. Now it's not being blocked.
Guys, we figured out what it is. The stream is being blocked.
Fuck YouTube. God damn it.
The stream is being blocked from YouTube due to content issues. That is why we have been blocked. They must have found these scenes, because I think these end scenes here, they've probably been spread around a lot because it's so fucked. Yeah. Sorry guys, I don't. We're gonna try to finish it, but I'm gonna be pretty honest with you. They've caught on to us now, so yeah.
Well, let's just try it and see what happens.
Well, what were we, I had something I was gonna say. Now I'm off the. Now I'm off the reservation because I don't know. Guys, if the stream cuts out anymore, it's because at this point it is not my internet connection. Okay, last time it was my internet connection a little bit because I was trying to stream it over Rabbit. So it was like I was streaming the video to Hard Bastard, and then it was also going through OBS, and that was just a little bit much. Will this fuck my channel? Probably. I don't know. Honestly. We're gonna try to finish it. YouTube is, well, hang on. You know, I'll try to, I'll do this real quick. I'll put something stupid on it. Yep. We're gonna, yep. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
I'm gonna put a color correction on it.
Good idea.
Alright, we'll see. We'll see
works.
now if that makes it a little bit less likely for it to get fucking struck. It's dead again, but there's nothing. It doesn't even say it's dead now. Stream health fine. Okay, yeah. If anyone's still, you gotta refresh.
Word from Allah. The Islamic State is the state of the Muslims, and we are responsible for making it grow and flourish. So if we aren't aiding it, who are we to criticize those who are working tirelessly to improve it?
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me with this shit. Who are we to criticize ISIS, you fucking bitch? Yeah, they're coming for us. Fuck them. You can fuck me. I'm not supporting this shit. You are going to. You are going to criticize people that criticize ISIS. That's incredible.
But it's like, here's the whole thing. Yeah, if you, that was a pretty funny thing with the police. But change the audio speed. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, go to audio.
I already looked at that. Audio
and
track, stereo, visual audio track. No, I can't do that. Playback. I might be able to. Oh, speed. Okay, we'll do it a little faster. We'll do this a little bit faster. All right. I mean, that was the end of her shitty speech, which is apparently, because I guarantee that speech has been uploaded so much that it recognized that shit and it flipped the fuck out. So when I upload this, guys, by the way, it's gonna get demonetized either way. But if I have any chance of doing it, they say 300 defeated 2,400, 24,000. Excuse me. We didn't defeat them; they ran away. It is Allah the Almighty and the enemy sphere which gave us victory.
They left everything. Gangs. Humvees, dolls. I didn't know you spoke English.
Like, I'm really surprised we got called out after flipping the video, putting it all tiny.
I know, they're being
still
fucking bitches.
Yeah, that bots are harsh.
What did you learn?
Yeah, but their recruitment videos are all monetized.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, we can't even I don't know if all of them are, but like, we can't even watch this and discuss it without it being like,
Holy
you're breaking the rules. You got to get your shit shut down.
It's incredible.
And it's not like, I mean, this is clearly commentary.
Yeah, this is total fair use.
This is a commentary track, which I would, I know that a lot of people don't like to. There are copyright rules that would say like a lot of commentary tracks, for example, Mystery Science Theater, like as they do, what's their new thing? Well, it's not new now. Riff tracks. Is that you have to actually have the DVD in order to play it together. And I'm not expecting this to get monetized, guys. It's not the point. It's why we do it live, is because we're expecting it to get fucked with. We can't. And, I mean, it's true. We are reacting to something that is produced and costs a lot of money to make. But this is fucking terrible, right? Well, we were pausing every 20 seconds. When we got shut down just now, we were still pausing every couple seconds. Yeah. And that was a big no-no.
Oh, you inside Dam's army? Yes, Colonel.
Were you at Kobane? Yes. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I might slow it down again since we appear to be off the... Oh, hey, it's Bunty. Shit, sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry. Is that racist?
No, it's not.
It did. He's got some similar facial features. Bunty's cool, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I guarantee we would catch less shit for playing hardcore porn.
Probably, yeah, probably.
We just get put in 18 plus.
Do you know what happened to him?
I'm having a hard time hearing it at this speed, particularly because they talk like idiots. So hang on, I'm gonna switch the audio. If it drops again, I'll switch it back. Oh shoot, where was it? Playback speed normal. Okay. He ran away. Ran away?
Deserter.
He's a deserter. No, I read it in our magazine. He died a martyr, a hero, if Allah wills it.
I didn't know.
He was beheaded as a traitor. What if I just put like an emoji over top of most of this and you could just hear it?
I mean,
do you think that would work?
We literally have 3 minutes left.
No, I mean when I upload this.
Oh, I don't know.
$5 for Aiden risking your channel and none for Hard Bastard. Thank you, Momox001. I don't think I'm actually risking my channel. The best I can get is just to monetize it.
We're almost done.
And we're almost done, yeah. And this has been commentary, so if they want to get pissy at it,
this is total
it's
fair
fine.
use. The video will be able to be uploaded because it's fair use. The other one's up.
Yeah, the other one's up, and it was fine. I don't care if it gets demonetized. It's fine. I don't think they're gonna come after me because it's like we're not playing the full thing. It's being covered up with commentary. You can't fucking hear this shit directly. Whatever.
Yeah. No, we're fine. It's 2 minutes.
It's not. It is not. It's not like someone just directly uploading something to YouTube. We're talking over it. We're giving commentary. So whatever. But maybe I will when I upload this. I'll just put a fucking logo or some shit over the video and be like, "Fuck you." I'm not gonna do a whole huge edit with like putting emojis on everyone's faces. That would be way too much, guys.
So now the closing of just another day with ISIS.
I love Bunty too. I think about him at night. Tariq Nasheed must have told him how racist he was. But, have we yet to see?
There it is. Okay. Well, that did not do any sort of convincing to me that this isn't propaganda.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're still pretty much within the realm of propaganda.
Jesus Christ.
That was without question to me.
That was
propaganda.
Worse.
That was worse because it had the direct... and it was interesting because that's where we started to get the problems was during that speech. We did not have them before she started to give that speech.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
To me says that speech has been uploaded to YouTube a couple times with people being like, this is fucked.
Yes.
Or this is awesome. Either or. Yeah, and enough to where YouTube's algorithm caught it. Yeah. Which is why we got fucked with. So maybe, you know, guys, who produced this Linda Sarsour? Fucking probably. I mean, no, she didn't, but might as well have. Maybe when I upload this, guys, I will put just like a stupid fucking meme on top of the video so that it prevents them. They'll still get me for the sound, but it's not gonna get monetized no matter what. Which is like what I'm not. You know, super chats are amazing, guys. So like that's way better than anything else.
So yeah, let me just
let's talk about
conclude with this. Okay, so I have a petition that I believe that it's inappropriate that this be aired on American television because it is propaganda from a group that we're currently at war with. I would argue that it's a bit treasonous. Now, maybe I'm treasonist. I am not treasonous. No, it's not treasonous. It's treasonous.
Treasonous, yeah.
Anyway, I would argue that is the case. I would argue that, yes, you can give me more. Thank you.
You can.
Very so generous.
I know.
Here's the thing. I have a position that is a bit harsh, and I wish someone would be able to convince me otherwise. Because I don't want this position, but I haven't found any convincing arguments against it. And that's this. This is treason. The people who are involved with putting this on National Geographic should be tried for treason. And the people who engaged in acting and producing this show, if they're, for example, not in the country, they shouldn't be allowed back in the country. I understand that that's harsh. I acknowledge that it's harsh. I don't want to be that harsh. But I am having trouble understanding how it's not treason based on, like I said, the fact that we are at war with this group, and this is propaganda recruiting people to join ISIS. So hopefully somebody can talk me down from that, because like I said, I realize that it's very harsh, but I haven't found a good reason yet that that's not an accurate read.
I don't know if I can provide you with a logical or rational reason for why it's not. But what I would say is that in terms of my perspective, what is more important and more valuable is to try and prevent National Geographic from doing it from a economic standpoint of being like, we will not support you if you air this because this is absurd. This is an absurdity. This, whether or not it is legally treason, it is propaganda to that incentivizes American citizens to join a group that we are actively at war with, which is absurd.
Yeah.
We should not be doing that. That's craziness. Again, I don't even necessarily have a problem with propaganda. I've said this before, is that I think that in high school we should all probably watch Triumph of the Will. Lenny Riefenstahl is a fantastic filmmaker, and we should watch that show. We should watch, children should watch, not children, but high school students should watch Birth of a Nation. They should watch it to understand it. And in 20 years, people should probably watch this.
Yeah, when the war's over, I have no problem.
When the war's over, they should understand this. At war with, we are absolutely at war with ISIS. It's not, but the thing is that ISIS is not a nation, so it's not like we can't be at war with ISIS the way we would go to war with a normal nation in terms of how we have understood war for the last several hundred years. You know.
Yeah. So I have the petition. A link will go up with this video. I'll be talking about this Monday during the news stream. And hopefully, like I said, someone can talk me off of this, but I just don't see any other conclusion. I'm fine with if the market works and that's what shuts us down. I'm fine with that too. I just want it.
Sure.
I don't want people to be recruited into ISIS. That's really my only...
another thing is to also see who runs ads on Nat Geo. I think that's a little bit unfair, but in terms of a major corporation like them, contact their ads. Contact their advertisers and say, hey, I don't support this. I don't support you running ads on ISIS propaganda, knowing that we are at war with ISIS. And I don't care if you say, oh, we're not officially at war. Yes, we are. We have been at war with ISIS for years and through their previous... forms.
I don't agree with this. Someone thirsty just said, if we start censoring them, why are we any better than them?
Well, I don't support censorship.
Right. I don't support censorship either. It's not censorship when you are, again, at war. Do you understand? We're at war with ISIS. This is wartime. They're not advocating for anything. I don't agree with that at all. They're expressing their beliefs towards Islam. They are attempting to recruit people to join a terrorist organization that is at war against us.
Marma
That's
said,
where you have to draw a line.
Did you watch this entire video?
Yeah, like, did you watch the whole thing?
They
like
did
what,
nothing.
There
And
seems
the one
to be a
before this.
gap where you're like maybe not aware of exactly what's going on
We
here.
pointed out the exact places, and I actually pointed out some of the psychology behind what they were doing. You know, and HB is very good at also pointing out the cult tactics, and I think I'm good at pointing out some of the psychology. This is absolutely being delivered through a media message in order to use to produce propaganda. There is no question that, at least so far. Now, we cannot speak for the last 2 episodes because we have not seen them, but that the first 2 episodes are, without question, in my opinion,
They're absolutely
are propaganda. Are pro-ISIS propaganda. Now, we could be wrong.
I think it's highly unlikely, and I think in life you have to make moves, you have to play chess, and if it looks like propaganda, and it acts like propaganda, and it smells like propaganda, I base all of my reads on the fact that I used to be a cult, and I escaped a cult, and then I am also sitting here with a person that is very learned when it comes to propaganda and the techniques that are used. So, look, I have no problem. If I end up being wrong, I'm fine with that. But I think it's worth it's the strategical good move to try to nip this in the bud. Like everything, the likelihood that this is not propaganda is like what, 1 in 10,000. Like this is absolutely going to end up being propaganda. I mean, do you really think someone? Just real quick, let me make this point. Do you really think leftists are gonna like come through in the end? Do you really think the director, a leftist, is gonna somehow turn it around? I mean, come on.
I want to be a little bit more clear. Marma
Sure.
says that the speech you object to comes right as they chop some guy's hand off, and as she is speaking, they show heads on spikes. Do you think that's really going to convince anyone when you've shown already all these images of how, like, we're the poor, we're the ones who are being, you know, betrayed by society, we are being attacked without reason. It doesn't matter even if we're doing wrong things, we're doing them with reason. They're trying to morally justify it. Now, I think that there is some level of the director that is probably in his head. He thinks that he is saying, oh yeah, well, we're showing that there are, yeah, as she said, it's not perfect. Yeah, there are heads on spikes. But why don't you come here, which is exactly what she said, to the camera, breaking the fourth wall. Why don't you come here, and maybe we could make it so there's not so many heads on spikes. What the fuck do you think is else happening there? What else would you consider that to be as a narrative, as a narrative media function? What else would that mean?
The other thing is people who are susceptible to ISIS propaganda, they're good with beheadings. They see beheadings and they say, okay, this is something that I'm interested in. So whether you show something that is well already known, and by the way, the beheadings in episode 1, there was a nice little explanation of why the beheadings happened. Oh, we only do the beheadings. Oh, the beheadings, didn't he say? Oh, they're crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's
we
terrible.
do it to piss off the West,
yes,
so they attack us and we
West.
can fulfill our prophecy.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I think that some of this, I don't know how much longer you want to address the chat. It's been almost 2 hours, but, like, yeah. I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, seriously, if you're confused about what's happening here, I think it's fairly obvious, though.
I would also say that I would just encourage people to look into, like,
watch it
first
yourself.
of all, realize that
and
we are at war.
That
like that. I think something people forget.
You have to be able to look at media critically as well. Ministry of Wrong think ISIS can just edit whatever they want from it. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
ISIS can absolutely fucking edit whatever they want from it. Part of the problem that I have with it, though, is that, yeah, I mean, where would I even start with this? Now I've lost my train of thought because I was trying to do something else. Fuck. I was trying to do something funny, guys, and it didn't work. I was trying to put up a meme. Now go ahead if you have anything else.
No, I think that, like, I see people, for example, on Twitter, that it seems like they're unclear about whether or not we're at war with ISIS.
Oh, yes.
And I think that, like, America has been so bombarded with war that we're, like, numb. And I think through our numbness and our being susceptible, National Geographic and the people behind this, they're trying to slip one through. And they looks like they're going to be able to.
Well, they look like they fucking can, right?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, right now, who the fuck else is going to do anything about this? Really? Like, who else?
And, we get free speech. We get our First Amendment rights through the Constitution. ISIS does not get First Amendment rights through the Constitution. So I don't understand the argument that it's almost like, okay, if you were battling someone, let's say you were in a legitimate battle, it was sanctioned, and you both were responsible for getting your own weapons. You were going to shoot at each other. Would you give your opponent a gun or your gun to use against you? Of course you would not do that. It's the same thing. I'm not about to give my rights to fucking ISIS. I mean, no, I'm not doing it. I think I'm drawing a line here, and I understand if I get pushback from people, that's fine. This is where I draw the line, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, in episode 4, there's going to be a grand turnaround, and everything's going to be great, and I'm going to say, oh, I was totally wrong about this. We'll see. Will the leftists come through? I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, I think that's part of the question. Well, okay. Part of the question, too, with this ISIS propaganda shit, too, is that I think the normies, right? They don't recognize it. They're not capable of it because you have been in many ways. I'm not gonna say indoctrinated because it's not the correct term, but you have been normalized to believe that people hate. They hate ISIS or they hate these people because there's some factor of their skin color that has anything to do with it. That's incorrect. That has absolutely fucking nothing to do with it. And of course what they're going to do as a result of this. Now, who do you see as the main characters in the series? All brown people. Black women from...
Sympathetic.
From the UK.
Yeah,
also, who have been like, I'm a black woman from the UK, so that means,
Right.
I'm like you. I have a shared in-group in terms of we share our country of origin.
Yeah.
But also, I have been ostracized and I've been treated terribly by you. And I think that there's so much in terms of the groupthink that goes into that is completely fucked. That makes them think that way. And makes you want to familiarize and associate yourself with that woman, the protagonist. Who is ostensibly the protagonist. The woman who speaks through the fourth wall at the end. Uppity Kukoljin. I don't know, mate. It seems a bit hypocritical task for this to be shut down. People say the same thing about neutral Nazi media. The point is that the individual should be given a neutral perspective to decide. I agree. This is the thing with me. I think for once, Hard Bastard and I disagree on something. A little bit.
Go ahead. Yeah.
My point would be that, I don't want to see this shut down by the federal government. If people don't want to see it, either they don't watch it or they say, I don't want to see it, and they tell National Geographic they don't want to see it. That's what I support. I don't support anything outside of that.
I would say we're not at war with Nazis, so there would be no reason to take Nazis' free speech away. If we were at war, if we declared war as a country against a group, I don't understand the logic of extending that group the rights that belong to us. That seems to be insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, I do get you. I have a hard time fucking agreeing with that because of my free speech shit, you know what I mean?
Right, but where do you get the free speech from? The Constitution.
Yes.
Well, the Constitution doesn't apply to ISIS.
I agree with you.
And ISIS can get fucked. I don't know. This is what I'm saying.
No,
Convince me otherwise. I'm happy to do it.
I
can't come. Look, I know I'm being harsh. I get it. Because people are like, hard bastard, you're being too harsh. I get it. I am.
Hard bastard, you're being too harsh.
But I don't see a convincing argument not to be, at least yet.
I would have to say, shit. I don't know if I can actually give you a great argument for it either. That's because okay. No. My only fear is that I worry. I don't want to see personal rights infringed. I don't want freedom of speech infringed in any way. Now, it is different. I totally agree with you on this in that I don't want to see, you would not have seen Triumph of the Will played in the United Kingdom in 1940. That would never have happened. Or in America or anywhere. You would not have seen that played in theaters. Despite how great of a film it was, and this was a terrible fucking show, so...
I mean, this is the other thing that I would encourage people to do. Look at the precedents, look at the legal precedents that have been set in regards to people just donating money to a charity that turns out to be supporting terrorists. And you compare what has happened to people like that and compare it to what's happening now. I don't see how putting on a show that could potentially recruit people to ISIS wouldn't fall under the same sort of shit.
Ryan Ferrier, thank you for the super chat, says treason, not quite sedition, would be more accurate to describe as propaganda. I agree.
I absolutely.
Both are heinous. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Yeah, no, sedition. You can argue sedition. I'm on board with that.
I agree. I have a little bit of concerns as to whether or not this is pure propaganda, it's absolutely pure propaganda, whether or not it's treason.
That's fine.
That is my biggest issue, and...
Look, it could be, what this could be is leftists being so fucking retarded that they decided to create a docudrama about ISIS and ended up promoting them. That could be what this is, and then that's just, well, that's neither sedition, treason, that's just simply retardation. But regardless, the end product is not acceptable.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep trying to change this picture because it's about accurate about what's happening right now.
That's funny. Broth.
It's just broth, man. Oh, and I keep messing it up. But yeah, I'm not... Oh, and I deleted it. Whatever. Okay, it's gone now. I somehow removed it.
No, it's okay. No problem.
The thing is... Oh, the petition. Where can you find Hard Bastards petition?
Right now it's on Twitter. I'll
Twitter,
retweet it on Twitter, and like I said, we'll put the link in this video when it goes up.
Careful, Hard Bastard. Aiden may supersede you. Oh, I did that months ago.
About a month ago she superseded me. Yeah,
month ago.
Absolutely.
Perennial Plant Yaman, thank you for the super chat. This series irks me, but I don't want censorship. We have a top uphill battle. Postmodernists control so much of Muslim society. There is no solid unity on our side, like on their SJW side. You're completely correct on that. My last video was about how the left is pretty much unified in their political opinions, whereas the right is very complicated. The right has a lot of people who do not agree with each other. The left seems to be mostly unified. Not all of them. But the mainstream left seems to be pretty much unified along with the extreme leftists. They're all communists. They're all socialists. They agree on insane shit, and I don't know how to deal with that. Yeah, they're all. I mean, but there are right-wing collectivists too, which I don't. And I don't want to be like my horseshoe theory, which I don't agree with at all. It's completely stupid. There are right-wing people that I don't agree with because I also don't agree with collectivism. I don't agree with any form of collectivism. However, I understand right-wing collectivism a little bit more than left-wing collectivism. I understand it. I still don't agree with it. I understand it a little bit more. We could disagree on that.
No, that's fine. I would say that I get people who are a bit frightened or concerned about censorship. Here's two things on that. First, I would imagine, and we'll see what happens, but I would imagine that the left, if this ended up getting censored, would cry racism. I'm pretty sure they would cry Islamophobia. So yeah, I don't think the government. I don't think that would be a win for the left. I think they would oppose it. I don't think the left would want to censor this. But the other thing is this: I think each person needs to think about their views about free speech, and I've done that. I've thought very heavily about why do I feel the way about free speech that I do, and I feel the way that I do because of America. America,
yes.
The Constitution gives us free speech. The Constitution does not apply to people outside of America. Now, I am happy if, for example, if the UK or Australia or any group wants to have free speech and copy America, I have no problem with that. You can even argue that free speech should be a universal right. That's fine. It should be. However, when it comes to a group that is at war with the very thing that we're talking about, I cannot possibly argue that they should be given the same rights. Fuck ISIS. Fuck their rights.
I don't.
And that's it. So that's pretty much. I cannot I cannot give ISIS a First Amendment right because they don't deserve it. It doesn't apply to them, and they are fighting against it. So hopefully I'll get talked off this, because you understand, I'm calling for people to be arrested if they return to the country, and that's not cool. Like, I realize that's fucking harsh, but I don't know what else to say. If you acted in this show, if you did anything to promote this show, I think you're aiding and abetting terrorists.
I wouldn't disagree, honestly. Like, because I don't know what the fuck. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull out stupid.
No, it's a very difficult situation. I understand.
But no, you're right. More accurately, you're not wrong.
It's a very tough situation.
That doesn't work. No, the thing is, too. I have a problem because I want to, as a libertarian, which people are like, you're not a real libertarian. I don't give a shit.
Those reasons were ridiculous.
The reason, no, I get reasons every day why I'm not a fucking libertarian, and it's like, okay,
I think the person thought libertarian meant liberal. I really do.
I really think they did as well, and I think people sometimes don't understand what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to
Let me ask you this.
Yeah?
Do you believe the Constitution is a libertarian document?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. I
believe the Constitution absolutely. Well, I consider myself a I actually called myself this the other day, which is that here's a nice Polish flag with "Don't tread on me." I absolutely believe that the Constitution is a libertarian document ultimately, and I think that I could consider myself more than anything. If you have to give me a label, and I hate labels because I change my labels all the time, because I can't decide on shit. I really here's the thing. I'm a very, very open person.
Sure.
If you can convince me of something you're telling me about,
oh yeah, I agree,
then I would change my opinion. This is one of the reasons, by the way, why I talk to people who I don't agree with all the time, because if I just talk to people I agree with, nothing interesting is ever going to come from that. That's never ever going to change. I would never be able to change my opinions. Well, I would call myself right now as a constitutional minarchist.
This is good. This is a good question from him.
Yeah, where do you draw the line? Is it an all-out declaration of war, or is it a war of ideologies? Is it okay to censor communists and fascists? I don't want to censor anybody.
It is not okay to. You
well, hang on.
No,
okay,
go first. That's fine.
I'm of a different opinion than Hard Bastard on some of this.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't think the government should censor any opinions. My thing is that the free market should determine if opinions are censored or not. If the free market decides, and that gets only determined by the reception, which is like, although I support your...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, no, of course I support you.
Oh, yeah.
But although I support your petition, I support it because I think that what will happen is that if National Geographic saw that there was enough of a pullback, or pushback on it, that they would say, like, we don't want to do this. That would be my interpretation. I don't want the government to do shit, because I don't want the government to do shit ever. I fucking hate government influence.
So where I draw the line is if you're actually at war with a group. And we have boots. There are United States Special Forces right now fighting against ISIS. That's where I draw the line. I would not argue for this if, for example, Antifa and their bullshit, I would not argue the same position for neo-Nazis. But when it comes to a group that there are special forces right now fighting against, risking their lives, I cannot possibly argue that this group should have freedom of speech. And that, you just look at the history of this country. We've never, ever aired over our television screens propaganda from a group that we're at war with. An actual recruitment video for a group we are at war with. How do we, with a straight face, talk to soldiers? How do you think about it? You go to your bar, you're chilling, you're like 5 beers deep, you feel great, and you realize the guy next to you, you're talking to him, he was a special forces and he's back from Syria. And he was fighting against ISIS. We're really going to tell this dude, well, yeah, but it's okay that ISIS airs and has some sort of rights to air this shit over our airwaves, or people who are sympathetic toward ISIS. maybe, look, I'm older, okay? I'm 40, so perhaps it's because I'm old school. I just look back at like how people used to be back in the day, you know, when it comes to, look at the Vietnam War, World War II, World War I. Would we ever have tolerated this? I cannot. People would have.
No, I don't think we would have tolerated it before, but I don't.
I just think from like a legal standpoint, it just doesn't apply to ISIS. They don't have a right. They don't have the rights that we do. Someone made an interesting point. They said, well, are rights only for law-abiding Americans? And I'm like, well, yeah, because like if you kill someone, we're taking your rights away.
Some of your rights get taken away.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
that's absolutely correct. Some of your, that's what Miranda rights are.
Sure.
Guys, you get Miranda rights because, yeah, fucking A. You get Miranda rights because there's certain rights of yours that are, taken away when you do that shit. And, but I do have a fear there, only because, shit, I just don't want to see actual United States citizens' rights trampled on.
It depends if they aid and embedded terrorists. I have no problem if their rights are trampled on. If they aided terrorists, then you do what you got to do.
I get. Well, I don't
like these motherfuckers are coming to kill
due
us.
Process. I still want due process.
Oh no, certainly do. I am not arguing against due process. You must have due process, no question. But
guess what, guys? I know ISIS doesn't give a shit about my faggoty rights because I don't give it, and I don't like them either. And by the way, I'm fine with dropping Moabs all over their fucking ass. And I don't like interventionism. But if we're at fucking war with them, which we should be, and we should be joined up with ISIS, or excuse me, with Russia to destroy ISIS. Yeah. To destroy ISIS, we should be fucking joined up with them to do that shit. Then I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't give a fuck about your rights because you're not an American citizen. Now, I hate America playing world police. I've always hated it. It's been my first political fucking thought that I ever had as a teenager was like, this is the thing I don't like. This is why I voted for Ron Paul because I was like, I'm an extreme isolationist. Fuck off. Sorry, I hit
I agree with that. The problem is, it seems as though we're in a situation where all of our fuck-ups, whether it's the Iraq War, Afghanistan, have led us to a point where we're kind of maybe acting softer on the threat that we should be fucking demolishing immediately, which is ISIS. We fucked up when we went to Iraq, and the country is weary, and they're weary to get involved with a war, but it seems like ISIS are the motherfuckers that we should be full-blown, completely eviscerating off and liquidating. I like the word liquidating. Off of
liquidating that's a nice way to say some horrible shit. Yeah, but you gotta understand it's a nice way to say some horrible shit.
No, I like liquidation. This is the other thing. Just look into what they do. These are barbarians.
They do. Absolutely they are.
Anyway, I think. Look. I guess ultimately we're going to have to wait and see what happens with episode 3 and 4 of this documentary. But it would just be incredible that for a leftist to have somehow turned this around and made this all an anti-ISIS miniseries. But even if that was the case, suppose people only watch a few episodes. I mean, they could already be influence to decide and go join the jihad. Anyway, absolutely. I think that's pretty much
we've been going for 2 hours, but I think we covered it really well. I think I got a nice Alex Jones picture up here. I mean, I could... Oh, there we go. Here's how I feel right now. There we go.
I think that's good.
I love items. Thank you guys so much. Tell me if this worked out well in terms of I'll try doing my streams a little bit more like this. Now, in terms of how this episode video gets uploaded, by the way, it will probably not be monetized, but thank you all so much in exchange for the super chats because, well, I can't fucking do shit about this. Now, we're being very naughty.
Talking about Islam is very naughty.
Talking about Islam in general is a very naughty thing, and then for us to directly fucking watch a video live is very naughty. Yeah. So yeah, this video it will go up. I will edit. Maybe I'll just put this picture that's up right now. This I want to die picture on top of the whole thing, so like they at least can't. I mean, they'll catch the audio, but it'll be like, what are you getting out of it? What are you getting out of it?
It seems like for some reason the fair use works when you upload a video. So, I mean, the first one's up, so I imagine this one will be fine.
They won't delete my channel or anything, but
No.
they won't allow me to monetize it. I mean, like, come on.
It doesn't even matter.
Most people just check in for the live stream, which is cool, which is why we do it live.
Yeah.
We will, when will we do the next one? I think, by the way, Perennial Plant Yaman, thank you for the super chat. More shekels from me, AP, you and HB. Need to keep up your good works. Switch to mines, you two. I have a mines, but I need to do stuff. Crucial Bunny, thank you for the sign of the devil, 666. Bad girl, so naughty. Yes, where did I learn it from? Well, I'm certainly not being...
I'm very bad influence.
I'm not,
I'm
yeah,
a
you're not a good
corrupter.
influence.
I'm the corrupter. That's a good movie, by the way, The Corrupter. Next one, probably next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
If we do it every weekend, that would probably be good.
Probably like Wednesday or...
Well, whenever.
Wednesday or Saturday.
Yeah, weekend might be good. But like,
Sure.
yeah, we'll
Saturday.
sometime next week will be the next episode of this because we're trying to get through all 3 of them, or 4 of them. Excuse me.
We have to do all 4.
Anyway, yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you so much. It's been awesome. Thanks. And Altana Volt.
Yeah, I'll see you guys Monday on the new stream. Whoever crosses over from Hard Bastard.
If you're on my channel and you do not know Hard Bastard, please go to his channel. I don't know how at this point, if you're on my channel, you don't know who you are.
I don't know.
It's possible.
Anything's possible.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, good luck to anyone that's in Florida
Yes,
right now. I really wish the best for you guys.
Please be safe, guys. Holy shit. See you guys. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.